I know.
There we go, man.
Hey.
10 seconds.
Anybody bring no roses?
I know roses, man. 362 days of shopping left until Christmas. UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is. The end of 2007 as we know it. Big Joe sitting here getting ready to talk about some big things with the biggest sports panel since Dick Buckus,
Almost
Dick the
biggest.
Bruiser,
Almost biggest.
Dick Cavett, and the Crusher. There you go.
And coma.
Welcome to Tell It Like It Is every Friday night, 8 o'clock on UPTV, Channel 6. Now we know the year is almost over, and that means bowl games in college, and specifically the Rose Bowl, kicks off this Tuesday. Now we're going to talk a little bit about that, but what we want you to do tonight, and you can hit us at 328-8280, call us with what you think was the biggest sports story for 2007. Dollar Bill,
Hey! What's up?
what was the biggest sports story in 2007?
Well, I just gotta say, it's the biggest sports story in 2007's got to go back to the baseball, man.
Baseball.
Baseball's been the
good.
biggest thing that's going on right now. It's the biggest thing gonna be happening for a while.
Well, wait a minute, man. Before I can't let you go any further, we got a call, but we ain't even got on air good.
What?
Hey, that's a world record.
World record in 37 seconds. Somebody that called in, UPTV Channel 6. Tell it like it is. Go ahead, caller.
What is
What it is. What's happening?
What's the prediction for the big game?
Say it again.
So what's the prediction for the big game here on the first?
Oh, well, we're getting ready to talk about that in a few minutes. We got to break this thing down.
In increments.
Offense,
In increments.
defense,
Increments.
special teams, incremental. So we're getting ready to jump into that right now.
I don't know how to spell increments.
But what's your
increments.
prediction, caller? What do you think is going to happen Tuesday? All right. We appreciate you calling us. UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is. Take care.
You the only person can understand that. Well, you,
I speak, yeah.
I wasn't the
that's
caller.
a-
Oh, no, now see, don't y'all make sound like the caller or something wrong.
Yeah, but it's the sound
it's the
system.
sound system.
You might
So
need to turn
I
the
just-
TV down,
okay,
too.
well, that's how you
might
get
be
jumped
too
on
close
after
to
you
the
leave
TV.
here. It wasn't the caller. We had a problem with the sound system. We couldn't understand what
So
you
when
said.
you see me at Jackson's,
So,
don't swing on me. Bundy.
So it's Big Joe.
It was
But I-
Bundy and Joe.
Right.
Me and Dollar ain't got nothing to do
hey,
with that,
but one
bro.
thing, you know why you know that? His buddy talked that language, Dollar.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
Stewart. That's it, Stewart.
We ain't going there.
Well, I'm going to come to my right, Big Bun. Biggest story of 2007.
2007 biggest sports story. I'd say Michael Vick.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick getting evicted and going to jail.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's it. I agree.
That's pretty big.
So we got baseball. We got dog fighting. Big Wayne.
I gotta go with the Vic because when was the last time you ever heard of a prominent athlete in his time going down like that? Right
Falling fast.
in the middle of the season too.
Yeah.
So I can't. I'm only 33. I ain't never heard of it since I've been alive. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
and I'd probably second Marion Jones and the whole steroid thing leading up to the baseball stuff, like Dollar said.
right.
Well, another big one is Pryor going to San Diego. Get him out of Chicago. That's big. Get Mark Pryor out of Chicago. That's big.
Wow.
That's two. That's number two behind. Well, I'm gonna go
Wait.
big steroids and Pryor.
Slow down now. Don't shoot all of them.
Okay.
Don't shoot it early. Don't shoot
all right.
so hold on to it because
You know, his bullet.
right.
He don't have nothing to do with
Right,
the show.
I'm blasted.
We still got about 54 minutes
Okay,
to
I'm
go.
blasted.
You might be through.
Okay, I'm done.
But UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is. We getting ready to jump right into the big game Tuesday as our first caller, asked about the Rose Bowl. Fighting Illini going out to Pasadena. First time since 1983.
He was in high school, wasn't he?
Can I cut you off for a
I
second,
was
man?
in college.
Can I cut you off?
Man, you and Big Wayne the only one in high school. You little young whippersnapper.
Back then, I was going to.
I was.
Speaking of the role, let's have everybody
Right, yeah, cameraman.
explain what is
Hit
going
Big
on
Bun.
with his attire.
Look at Big Bun in his T-shirt.
What is going on,
Zoom-
Monday? Explain to everybody what's going on.
Please.
I'm not an Illinois fan. That's the killing part.
This is my Secret Santa gift. I gotta, when somebody show you some love, you gotta wear it. So I mean,
I ain't wearing them.
Monday, if they know you, they weren't showing you no love.
yeah, they
You don't
was.
like Illinois.
Hey, man, you know, it's a
That's
shirt.
no
It's
love,
a shirt.
man.
It's a shirt.
Well, wait a minute. First of all, that's not true. That just got some Secret Santa give you got to wear it because them socks I got,
Right.
I'm not wearing right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, you are. You are. You do got them
No,
on.
these
Anklets.
2004s.
This is 2007 and a half, and it's Rose Bowl shirt.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, we're going to go to these phone lines again,
Go ahead,
328-8280. Caller, tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, tell it like it is. Caller, are you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller.
Okay, my name's Alisa, and I'm from Champaign.
Uh-huh.
And I don't care if I do live in Champaign. I don't care if I'm surrounded by a Illini fan. I think USC about to win.
Why?
Ooh.
Why? Okay.
Go ahead,
okay.
Dalisa.
Why, Dalisa? Why? If you don't care.
Why not? They haven't been to the Rose Bowl in years.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you go grocery shopping? Do you grocery shop?
No, my aunt does.
Okay, what grocery store your aunt usually go to?
Walmart.
Okay, she ever tried Snooks?
Yes, probably.
Pardon, have she ever went to Snooks grocery shopping?
Where's he going with
Huh?
this? Well, the show's
The
on.
point is, Dalisa, don't work. It's not about how many times they go to the bowl, Rose Bowl. It's about how they prepare mentally, physically, and believe me, tell your auntie to go to Snooks. They got better sales than Walmart on some of the gifts. That's all I'm trying to say.
Tell Kenya that.
Oh, AKA Stack Girl.
Oh.
AKA Stat Girl.
We got us plant. Well, Dalisa, we appreciate you calling UPTV Channel 6. Tell it
Thank
like
you,
it
Dalisa.
is.
Thank you.
And you root for them Trojans. We're going to see what's going to happen on Tuesday because we're going to break the game down.
And stop running up that text messaging bill. That's from your auntie.
Now, Dalisa just said the Trojans.
And she said she don't care where Stevie is.
But she didn't break down why the Trojans going to win. Let's kick it off first of all.
I know you
Illinois'
gonna break it
offense going against USC's defense. Now, USC right now has one of the top-ranked defenses in all of college football.
That's true.
Illinois, however, has the 5th-ranked rushing offense in all of college football,
Exactly.
averaging 266 yards
Exactly.
a game. On the flip side, though, Illinois only averages 157 yards a game passing, which is about 115th in NCAA. I'm going to start with Big Wayne. Well, before I start with Big Wayne, I'm going to go back to his phone line,
Yeah, Eli
328-8280. Turn your sign over. Call and tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
My name's Artie Sheldon. I'm calling from Champaign.
Uh-huh.
I think you are about to dominate.
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 That's what I like to hear, caller.
Dominate, but I'm a U of I student.
Okay.
I know Philip got on team. I feel like they really in this game. They really think they about to do what they got to do. They here to handle business.
That's right.
They out there ready to go. They ready to play. They want to let everybody know what they about.
Give us a score.
A score. Man, I ain't thought about no score.
Well, you know what? You don't have to give no score. You really don't have to give no score. You just told it like it is. You know, and I feel that Illinois, they probably won't dominate, but I guarantee you, Illinois will take care of that business.
Man,
you know, they're going to take care of that
make it to the
business
Playboy
because
game.
I'm going to tell you this here right now.
better not.
People are scared to bet against the Fighting Illini after what they did to them Ohio State boys, to the Wisconsin boys, and even the game, you know, the Michigan game they should have won, but that's over with. We're going to the bowl.
Yep.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. Such
Thank you for your call, caller.
such a passionate speech.
Reverend Towns broke it down.
Right. Obama Town in 08. I didn't know you was running. I like the passion.
I see the resentment.
Johnny Obama.
Is this laugh out loud comedy theater or is this sport television? This is what we're gonna do.
We're gonna talk a little sports. Let's go back what I was talking about before we got the call, and I'm gonna start with Wayne. Illinois' offense, like I said, predominantly a spread offense. They run the ball. USC, as I said, has got a pretty good defense. How do you see the matchup going?
Yeah, you said something about, they're 115th in passing. It's not about the yardage. It's about when you pass and what you get out of the passing game.
Okay.
Like against Ohio State, Juice threw for 4 touchdowns, completed probably 11 passes. I'll take them percentages every day. if you can get the production out of the passing game, not just yardage, touchdowns, you're getting almost 300 yards a game on the ground.
Right.
You know, it's all yards. You can get the points, you get a victory.
Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Illinois
Hey.
offense, USC defense.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to
Say,
give.
hey,
Because I mean, all right, if Illinois passing game shuts down, they gonna rely on the run. You know, USC gonna put 8 in the box,
we heard that story before.
and then if
Same like the same old story.
but you can't rely
Same old story.
you can't rely on that. You can't rely on the offense. You got to be a total package.
I mean, we heard this story before.
Yeah.
Before the Ohio State game. What they gonna do with the number 1 ranked
But
rushing
that's
defense?
that's one game. You can't rely on one
Okay,
game.
I'm just saying.
In my opinion, if USC hadn't folded against Stanford, they've been playing in New Orleans.
Hey,
If
thank
I
you.
had
That's
$1 million,
the point
I
I'm trying
wouldn't
to
be
get
sitting
at.
here right
You
now.
done said if about 4 times. If a bullfrog had a glass booty, it wouldn't be hopping nowhere.
You're right.
You can't be going on ifs. You say ifs too much, man. That's all I'm trying to
That's
say.
all it is. You can't
to be
rely-
honestly, if you want to say if Illinois had have done this, they would have been undefeated this whole year. Then
That's
what?
true.
They shouldn't have lost the game this year. But just like I always said this before, this guy here is one heck of a statistical person. I'm just a sportsman. But it's just like this. This is all brand new now. Forget the records. It's 0-0. This
That's
is
true.
Super Bowl for Rose Bowl. It's not about what you did yesterday or last month. It's about what you're going to do on New Year's Day.
Well-
if they keep that running consistent, I'm telling you, it's going to open up them 10-yard passing. It's going to open them 20-yard passing or a screen pass or whatever the case might be. Illinois wins by 10.
Okay. Now we'll get to our picks a little bit later in final score.
Just pick
But I'm
one.
gonna give you 4 stats that you might want to look for when we talk about this Illinois offense against USC
Excellent
defense.
statistical guy.
First of all, Illinois has outscored its opponent 3-1
Preach.
in the first quarter this year. If you think about some of the games, the Penn State game, the Wisconsin game, just to name those 2, they jumped out to an early lead, and then they were able to hold on to their leads after that. So that's one key statistic in terms of that. The other thing, USC's defense, they only give up 2.4 yards a carry on the rush side. So Illinois has really got to hold on to the ball and move it from the line of scrimmage. That depends on that offensive line getting the ball down the field. Now, on the pass side, Illinois, as we said earlier, only throws for 157 yards a game. However, USC only has 10 interceptions for the entire season. So their secondary, a little suspect. On the plus side for USC, they got 40 sacks and 2 names to watch out for, Lawrence Jackson and Cedric Ellis. Both of them have about 9 sacks. So those will be the keys in terms of that. But now let's flip it. We talked about USC's defense and Illinois' offense, the old immovable object and the irresistible force. Let's look at Illinois' defense going against USC's offense.
Great analysis.
Dollar bill.
Hey, well, you're looking at what I do the best. You know, I played a corner back in the day, and they called me Coma. And that's the only thing I'm worried about right now with Illinois' defense. If them safeties and them corners stay at their positions and do what they're supposed to do, I believe we're going to be okay. The running defense, the front 4, the linebackers, the outside linebackers, no problem. The corners, free safety, I'm just a tad worried. Do what Coma did back in 83, Illinois wins by 10.
Oh, Coma.
Well, they're playing USC, not Villa Grove, so I'm going to come over here to Bun. Bun, what do you think about Illinois' defense going up against USC's offense?
Hey, Illinois got to get in the backfield to get the booty. They got
There goes
to.
the if again. There goes
If
the
they don't,
It's
if you
2
sit
ifs.
back there, if they sit back there, if Booty can sit back there and pick them apart, it'd be a long day for the Fighting Illini.
Anybody can sit back there and get a completed pass.
Oh,
man.
no, they can't. No,
Oh, yes, they
everybody.
can.
You can't.
Oh, believe me, I will.
Not with that $2 arm.
Well, I tell you what, Wayne, Illini defense, Jay Lehman, we're going to have Brett Miller back, Antonio Steele, top 3 tacklers on the team, Will Davis, 9 sacks. We talked earlier about the secondary.
USC got young running backs, freshmen getting a lot of carries.
Right.
Joe McKnight, and you got
Chauncey Washington.
Chauncey Washington, sophomore. Mm-hmm. I think they can get in there and just put some hits on them early. Let them know that they're gonna be there. Talk a little trash to them. Just make it a game early and stay in the game. You get through that first quarter, anything can happen. You just don't go out and give up the quick 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Just make it a game. You know, put some hits on them young guys. They gonna let that ball go.
You ain't trying to make no friends, man. You
No.
trying to hit somebody in the mouth, and if you got to, and forgive me, callers, you got to talk about their mama just to get them off their game if you have to.
And
You,
you know,
got
Jay-
to get in
Jay-
their
Jay
grill,
Levin is a
and you got to
crazy
say
man.
something to them boys out there in Illinois, and believe me, it's gonna happen. You gonna say something to them boys that's gonna just get them off their square.
Because you know
I'm telling
USC
you,
is
just
going
got-
out there thinking they're
Hit
going to
'em.
walk all over
Is that
them.
what you did against Villa
I'm
Grove?
telling you, if I played them, they would know who I was.
Well, gentlemen, let me throw some stats out. You know,
There you go.
it's
Give it
not-
up for the stat guy up here.
I got to throw some stats out. Every time I throw the stats out, they give you something to talk about. First of all, Illinois, in terms of their pass defense, they give up about 240 yards a game.
Yeah.
That's equivalent to what USC gains on the offensive side. They gain about 233 a game. So like Bundy said, you got to watch the booty, David Booty to be exact, in terms of the passing game. So that's going to make Mitchell and Sanders and that 2-deep zone is going to be critical. And here's why. Who's the leading receiver on USC? It's not a wide receiver. It's Fred Davis, the tight end. Tight end going up the seam against the 2-deep zone, that's where the weakness is. And if you think back, the Penn State game and the Wisconsin game,
man,
when those
that
two
was-
teams were coming back, everything was
Hurting 'em.
up the seam,
Hurting 'em.
and in the
Post
middle.
route.
They were
Skinny
running the skinny
post.
posts,
I mean,
skinny
hurting 'em.
posts.
Sideline whip
Excellent,
around.
excellent point, Mr. Stover.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Two
That's what
games
I'm here
you spoke
for.
about, still victories, man, you know?
Well, let's go
Yeah,
back to what I said at the beginning.
Still
It were
victories.
victories because Illinois jumped out to an early lead.
right.
Here's the other point about USC in terms of a stat. They outscored their opponents by a 3-1 margin in the second and third quarter. So it's key for Illinois' offense to score early in the first quarter to set the tone for the game. Because if they come out and after the end of the first quarter, it's a 7-3 or 3-0 game, look out. USC has been blowing people off the field in the second and third quarter, like I said, by a margin of 3-1. The final stat I'll throw out there, 31.2. That's the average points that USC has been putting up this year. They will score. The key for Illinois is to make sure that even if they get to 30, it's spread out over 4 quarters. They can't let them score early and often and take Illinois out of their running game and make them have to start throwing the ball. Now, one last thing. Here's the X factor.
X.
Penalties. USC has twice as many penalties this year in terms of number of penalties called and yardage compared to Illinois. If Illinois can go out there and play a controlled game, play within themselves, and not get the foolish penalties and mistakes early,
Lack of discipline.
they have an opportunity to win the game. So with all the stats, all the numbers, and look at this receiver, look at this tight end, look at this booty, I'm going to come to Wayne first. Give me a score in terms of what you think will be the
That's
final
cool.
score for this game.
That's going to be recorded now. I mean,
I don't care.
I know. You don't.
He said he don't care. So that's why this man is sitting here telling
35-21, Illinois.
35-21 Illinois.
Yes.
Big Wayne. Bun,
43-17 USC.
43-17 USC. Dollar Bill.
Well, you know, I'm really not gonna give a score. I'm just saying Illinois gonna win by 2.
What, you calling the game or something?
I'm just
You
saying,
like
you know,
Kirk
you can't-
Herbstreit?
oh,
You gonna call?
oh.
I can't make a prediction.
You know, all I'm saying is they're gonna be on top, or they're gonna be on that point, just like a point on top of your head. They're gonna be on point, and they're gonna take care of business. Illinois gonna win by 10.
If you think back to the beginning of this football season,
Low or high, I don't care what.
USC ain't even supposed to be in this game. They had nobody touching them.
Nope.
Nobody. They supposed to be where? New Orleans.
Right.
So all that said and done, they can be beat because they got beat twice this year.
That's true.
So, you know, let
Excellent
the
point. Excellent point,
commentators
Big Wayne.
tell it.
Excellent
Nobody was
point.
supposed to touch USC.
But there's
this
a
year.
whole lot of
And they
teams that
lost
look
to
bump in the
Stanford.
road.
And they lost to Stanford.
Yeah.
So anything can
Excellent
happen.
point, Big Wayne.
Thank you, Johnny Dollar.
That's
Well-
coma.
I'll tell you what, Coma, Big Wayne, tight T-shirt, I'm going to tell you all what's going to be. Before I give you my prediction, I'm going to go back to phone line 328-8280. Call and tell us your name. Tell us where you call from. Tell it like it is.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, this question for Donald and for you also, Mr. Stovall, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now listen, I would like to make, I talked with Donald earlier today, okay? This is Big Al, all right? And I'd like to make a wager, okay? Now, I told Mr. Donald earlier today that New England Patriots, okay, will not win the Super Bowl, okay? Now, here's my deal. I'll bet you, okay, and Dollar Bill, all right, dinner, any place you want.
Okay.
The New England Patriots will not win the Super Bowl. Now I'm not gonna tell. I'm not saying who's gonna win, win it, but I bet the New England Patriots will win it.
Okay, you know what? I tell you what, you can't beat that with a stick. You say,
I can barely hear you, sir. I'm sorry.
okay, that's a bet.
Okay.
That's a bet because I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe they won't win, but that's a bet I'm gonna have to take because anybody putting their money against the New England Patriots as of right now is not a good bet. I don't care if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, if you live right around the corner from the coach himself.
Okay, excuse me, Mr. Stellar Bill, but I did recall once before that I had you throw one of my sheets and everything for us,
Oh, wow.
You filled it out. You filled it out. I gave it to him. So cool.
Well, I was trying to be polite, but as Dollar Bill would say, that's a bet too, Big Al. Especially if you say you take us anywhere we want to go.
And we going to Covington Beef House.
Thank you. In Covington, Indiana.
Any restaurant here in Champaign, Alabama.
Okay. All right. Well, point taken.
Well, we appreciate you, Big Al. Take care, man. Happy New Year to you. That's a bet. You got it.
Okay, now, if I win this bet, I'm also on the next show. After that game, I'm going to say, Mr. Al won. Okay?
That sounds like a good deal.
That sounds like a good deal. We appreciate you calling. UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is. Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, you can tell it's Friday.
Yeah.
He had him a couple. I think he had more than a couple.
Happy hour.
Hey, Albert, listen.
But hey,
New
before
Year's
we
Eve is Saturday night.
talk about Al, we'll go back to phone line.
Monday.
328-8280. Call and tell us your name. Tell us where you call from. Tell it like it is. Caller, are you there? Hello.
What's up?
What's going on?
Billy D. Williams?
Go ahead, caller. Caller.
Oh, they got gunshot.
Come on now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell it like it is.
Go ahead.
Do that.
Looking at
I guess we had somebody who
Had
did
some difficulties.
difficulties there. But let's go back to the Illinois USC Rose Bowl prediction. Everybody else giving their scores. I didn't get an opportunity to give mine.
Drum roll.
Based on all the stats, all the information, all the emotion that came from Barack O'Donnell, and Big Wayne and Secret Santa,
Tight t-shirt.
I'm looking at USC 31, Illinois 17. I think the difference in the game will be the fact that Illinois' pass defense will not be able to contain USC's pass offense. And as they spread Illinois out, what the other thing that'll happen is Chauncey Washington will have a big time in terms of running the football. And then if Illinois gets into a passing game with them, I think you'll look for Lawrence Jackson and Ellis to tee off on Juice Williams in the backfield. I hate to say that, Illini fans. Maybe they might pull this one out, but based on all the information we got, 31-17 USC.
All right.
Man, y'all about to make me make a wager.
Well,
Don't do that. Don't do it.
there are other bowl games that will be played on New Year's Day and beyond. BCS bowl games that'll be going on. Because, remember back in the day, New Year's Day,
It was it.
that was it.
It was it.
You just played, you got up and the first bowl game came on and then you played
10 o'clock.
till about 10 o'clock, the Orange Bowl.
10 o'clock always the Cotton Bowl.
And then-
Wake up.
There you go.
Orange Bowl always the last one.
Well, we're going to go back to phone lines, 328-8280. Call it, tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, tell it like it is.
Okay, this is OJ. And I just want to say that I do believe that Illinois will win that game because Juice Williams, he's going to run that ball. Anytime that team get in trouble, they're going to give him that ball, you got to make those first downs, and you got to take it all the way.
Okay.
Okay, so now I understand that you're saying, that you think your team is going to win it, but I don't think so, all right? But,
Give us a score, OJ.
what the score going to be.
Get out the Bronco and give us a score.
You know they the banned OJ from USC, so now you're right.
You bet you Illinois win that game. I bet you this. I bet you won't be on USC sideline. They banned you, OJ.
a good game. It's gonna be a good game, but I bet I'm gonna win. It's gonna be a good game. I hope everybody tune in one day. It's gonna be a good game.
I think they will, but we appreciate you calling, Juice.
All right, OJ, you got court Monday.
Stay out of Vegas.
All right. Don't go to Vegas no more, OJ.
Take care, Juice.
Yeah.
Man, ain't nothing like when you get these celebrities calling.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Man, we coming up, man.
Right, when the Juice
Who's
call.
on next? Marcus Allen?
You know, I just feel comfortable with the fact that I'm here at the
Where's Jaquita from
Public Works.
Chicago?
You
But
know.
hey, hold on now.
Don't worry about Jaquita.
But
I know
Joe-
the police is around right now.
Joe-
Ain't got to worry about the Juice right now.
Put the camera on Joe. Keep it on Joe for a minute. Mm-hmm. Give a shout out to our woman caller. We ain't heard from her tonight.
Kim?
What's happening?
You know, we were gone last
You know,
week.
what's going on, Kim?
What's going on, Kim?
Where you at?
You know, we've got about 34 minutes
Somebody
left.
waiting to hear from you.
You know, 328-8280.
Kim?
Give us a call. Give us your opinion, whether it be on the bowl games that we're talking about, NFL, NBA,
Right.
NHL, you know, tiddlywinks.
Anything, Kim?
Just give us a call.
Where you at?
328-8280.
Where you at?
Now, like I said, there's other
Where
bowl
you at?
games going on. We've got the first game to talk about, Sugar Bowl, Hawaii, the Rainbows. Coming across the water, coming across the pond to come
Long trip.
to the continental United
They come and
States
do
to
that
play
dance
the
and
Georgia
all.
Bulldogs. We're going to do this real quick because, like I said, these other bowl games, you know, these are the ones you sit there and eat and drink. You know, you really ain't paying too much. Big Wayne, I'll fire off with you. Georgia against Hawaii. What do you think is going to happen?
Shocker, Hawaii.
You're taking Hawaii.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Bun?
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs?
I'm
Dollar?
gonna just go with Hawaii, man. It's gonna be one of them Boise State type of games like that. I think Hawaii's
I
gonna
just
get
think
them.
that type of offense is too hard to prepare, man.
I think
they don't
Boise
see
State's
nothing
gonna
like that in the
surprise.
SEC.
I think Boise State's gonna surprise. Hawaii's gonna surprise them.
Hawaii's going to surprise?
Yeah.
Well, here's another surprise. We got another phone call, 328-8280. Call and tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
Man, my name's Ted. I'm calling from Champaign.
Yeah.
What's up, Tim?
Who?
Go ahead.
We're talking about Denver.
Denver,
Nuggets.
the Denver Nuggets,
Yeah.
disappointing right now.
Disappointing?
Yeah.
What you mean?
You know,
'Cause Marcus Camby, he getting triple doubles.
I thought Denver was going to be that was my preseason favorite.
Marcus, like what happened? Like, where do you see them going like during the late season?
Well, basically what I see right now, they're not playing with any continuity. AI is basically the scorer. Leader on there. Kenyon Martin's not doing what he needs to do. They'll be out in the second round.
Out second round.
Second round.
I'm saying like on the Sugar Bowl, Georgia.
You got Georgia on the Sugar Bowl. What about on the Rose Bowl?
I'm going to Illinois. What you mean?
Right. Tell him like it is, man.
I just asked a question.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Tell him again.
I just asked a
What
question.
do you mean, man?
Wait a minute.
What do you mean?
That's what
I
I'm
just asked you a question. That's all.
He said, what do you
What do you
mean?
mean?
I just asked a man a simple question. Y'all ain't got my back.
I got your back.
You got my
dog.
back.
I got your back.
Tight shirt. Got my back.
Right. Got
But
your
Tim,
back.
we appreciate.
Thanks for the call, Colin.
Yeah, take care. Appreciate you telling it like it is.
He did.
UPTV
Man,
Channel 6.
I mean, if this was on HBO, you would have got cussed out. He would like said, lucky this on UPTV or UPN, whatever it is. But if we was on HBO or some Cinemax, he would have cursed you out.
I'm glad you're acknowledging the station that we're on right now.
UPTV, man.
Just stay on top of that. Well, let's move forward with these other bowl games. Now, I think Georgia's going to, going back to that Sugar Bowl, I think Georgia's going to win that game, and they're going to win it by at least 10 points. Now, moving on, Orange Bowl, Kansas. The team that was hovering in the top 5 for most of the year really didn't play anybody, so let's make sure we get that out there.
Right.
They take on Virginia Tech. Now, I think Virginia Tech, based on their defense, Virginia Tech was one of the top 3 teams in the nation all year long. I think that loss to Boston College put them out of the BCS championship. They beat Boston College. They play in the championship.
True that.
Dollar bill. Orange Bowl, Kansas versus Virginia Tech.
Hey, I'm just going, I'm about to go with Virginia Tech. They representing for Michael Vick in the dog penitentiary. They just trying to, they just going to keep it up. I'm going with Virginia Tech, and, they're going to just whoop Kansas' tail.
Bun,
Vitek.
you
Beamer
going
balls go come out. They might even shut them out.
you going Virginia Tech with a shutout, huh?
Oh, they could. I mean, they block. I can see them blocking 3 punts and running 2 of them back
Right.
and just shutting them out.
Big Wayne
What they say Michael Vick did to them dogs? Slaughtered them.
slaughtered them.
But you think Michael Vick's not the only person went to Virginia Tech? I think Big Bruce went there too.
Yeah, Bruce Smith. But man, that was way back.
And way back, the thick mustache.
Right.
Right.
So Big Wayne, what do you think is going to happen? Virginia Tech. I'm gonna have to, make this unanimous. Virginia Tech easy against Kansas. I think, as I said earlier, the only team that Kansas played this year was Missouri, and you see how Missouri handled Kansas this year. So I think it's gonna be even twice as worse when they play against Virginia Tech.
A lot quicker.
In the FedEx,
Athletes.
you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put them in a box and ship them overnight at the FedEx Orange Bowl.
Priority.
Yeah, well, they might send them ground. They're gonna send them
Hurt 'em a
ground.
little bit.
Right, just run them
Bumps and
over.
bruises.
There you go. Now, Big Wayne, I'm coming right to you on this next game, the Fiesta Bowl. West Virginia Mountaineers, that was my preseason team last
You know
year. I picked them last year to win the national
Yeah, you
championship.
did.
And, once again, I was wrong. My success rate is about 93%. So, this falls in that 7% category when I am wrong. But West Virginia going up against Oklahoma. Oklahoma is another one of those teams that, if not for a late loss in the year against Texas Tech, they could have an argument to be playing in the BCS championship. Big Wayne, we'll start with you.
They ain't too busy trying to get that $4 million back, man.
West Virginia.
Yeah, they ain't thinking about Oklahoma, man.
So
They
what you?
besides that, on the real, they don't show any toughness, man.
Right.
You let Pitt come to your home and beat you when you knowing national title is on the line.
Right.
A chance to play for it.
No spunk, no
Show
heart.
no toughness, no heart.
Come on, man.
I just don't think they got enough to beat Oklahoma.
What
Backyard
do you think, Bun?
I think Oklahoma because West Virginia right now in turmoil. Their
Right.
coach left. I mean, he know what he's doing. He left at the right time because I guarantee you the top 3 dogs from West Virginia are going to lead go to the pros.
Okay. Dollar Bill.
Hey, I'm just have to go with the board here. The alma mater of West Virginia, they even mad. Of the how they let the coach go so easily. So I'm gonna have to go. West Virginia's gonna get. And Big Wayne's making some excellent points over there. I just want to add what you're
Thanks,
doing
dog.
tonight. You're making some excellent points over there.
Thanks, dog.
Going
Maybe it's
Big
because
Wayne.
y'all clean.
Well, yeah, y'all look like the Board of Health. Y'all looking good, boy. I'm sitting up in here looking like a old PE
that
teacher.
sounds like a personal
You know.
problem. We ain't got to do with that.
You know.
This here is sports. We ain't talking about the
They
hygiene.
got the monkey oil going and everything.
Looking good. But I will say this on the game: West Virginia, Oklahoma. West Virginia, they suing Rich Rodriguez for $4 million to try to get back that salary. They might want to call Ron Konoski because that's the only way they're going to get that money back. West Virginia has no coach. The guy said it earlier, Wayne hit the nail on the head. They have no heart. When you lose at home in a big-time game that could have sent you to the national championship.
To a coach on crutches.
And right now, Pat White, Stevie Slayton, and those guys, only thing they're thinking about is the dollars that'll be awaiting them in the NFL. So Oklahoma will probably smash West Virginia in this particular game. Now,
But you know what, before we go on, I had breaking news, Dollar. Some news out of Florida.
breaking news on UPTV Channel
The
6.
state of
like
Florida
this.
is in a budget crunch.
Oh, no.
All the teams going to Florida teams going to bowl games. Florida State, the last team, they get invited. They only get 2 buses and 3 rooms
And that's it.
for the Music City Bowl, Dollar. What do you think about that?
Only need 3 rooms. Can he play?
I really believe, I think I'm physically ready. I think I could probably go down there and dress and play that game. I really do.
You think?
Wait a minute. Now, my question is this. Do you still have that leather helmet that you used to wear when you played?
Well, number one, I really think I'm physically ready to go down there. I think I can draw the dress and play for Florida State right
You
now
know what?
because they
Dollar,
are hurting, man.
Yeah, Dollar. You know, I wouldn't
This
start
is-
you. I wouldn't start you offense, defense. I put you on the kickoff team first to try you out.
I wouldn't be
Wedge
mad
buster.
at you. But this is going to be one game. Florida State will play the water boy.
They're my boys too. Florida State.
The water boy, get ready.
I mean, everybody, you cheating. They got 2 starters playing in the game. 2.
Hey.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Joe doodling out when you got it.
Now, if you sit out there and don't understand what we're talking about here, UPTV Channel 6, tell like it is.
Bobby Brown said, "What in
Florida-
the world is going on?"
Florida State's having a little issue right now with some ineligible players, 36 to be exact. So,
You ain't got to say the number. It's
Well-
the upper part. Of it.
no, it's 36.
I mean, on the
36
team.
of them
75?
75. So a third of the team gonna be sitting at the house.
I'll tell you what, gonna be a whole lot of
half the team.
They gonna get some
be sitting
bowl
at the house.
experience.
Right, they're gonna get some bowl experience. And like Dollar and Big Wayne said, the water boy.
Oh, you think you gonna
get
have that
ready?
level?
You might suit
I
up.
think I can.
What, you
do
gonna play cornerback?
I like what you said. I want to start off at special teams. They hit hard. I want to.
Do that look again, because
I would like to start off special teams. I like to just get up on that.
have a seat. Well, before we go to special teams, we go back to phone lines 328-8280. Caller, tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's John Brand too.
Yes, sir.
Hey, when y'all see the basketball team finish, man, the big team.
Well, we're going to talk about that at the end of the show. We're going to do a little analysis after, they're playing right now against Loyola, Maryland.
You got a score in that game? Are you watching it?
It doesn't come on. But
It's all now.
Network.
Big Ten Network, you got that caller?
No.
Oh, well, turn on the radio, see if we can get a score. But we're going to do an analysis of the Big Ten schedule for the men's team right before we go off the air. So we'll give you all that information then. Give us a prediction on the USC-Illinois Rose Bowl.
24-20 USC.
24-20 USC? That is a smart man right there.
Yeah,
He's living well.
You must live in Red too.
We appreciate you calling, man. Take care. UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is.
He must live in Red too.
He said he lived in
Oh,
Rand,
dude, I ain't here. I ain't here,
You
man.
weren't paying no attention? The man said he lived in Rand too.
Anybody going for USC got to live in the two box.
You got to live in the toolbox. I'm going for USC, but I'm not going for him, but I think that's who's going to win. Now, speaking of winning, the BCS National Championship game is going to be played, February 15th, 9 months after the season
Day
ends.
before the NBA All-Star.
There you go. They're going to package it in. It's going to be Pro Bowl, NBA All-Star, and the BCS Championship. This makes no sense, people. Number one, this is not a championship game. I'll say it, and I'll say it till I'm red in the face, which I'm almost there.
It ain't gonna take that long.
Thank you very much for making that comment. The BCS Championship game, if you have a true championship, you've got to at least play within 3 to 4 weeks after the regular season ends. The NFL, the teams play a couple of playoff games before they go to the Super Bowl. It's only a month difference from the regular season to the Super Bowl. Here it is, college football. Ohio State has not played a football game. It will be 67 days when they play that game against LSU.
67
What
days.
That
problem
is
does that
not.
cause?
What problem does that cause?
Well, tell us, what problems that cause?
Number one, the first problem is timing. You know, as an old athlete,
Focus.
you cannot recreate game speed in practice. Number two, Big Wayne just said it.
Focus.
You cannot
And why can't you focus?
The time, man. Yeah.
Cheerleaders.
cheerleaders,
Yeah.
time off,
Man, can I
class.
get tickets? You got tickets?
There you
Hey,
go.
cuz,
And another thing,
The baby mama.
they become ineligible because
Yeah.
doing stupid stuff.
Jacking around, not going to class.
There you go. Now, on the flip side, what does it help? Guys with injuries that, maybe late in the season that couldn't do anything, i.e. Glenn Dorsey for LSU. Guys who really need to just sit on the shelf for a few weeks and mend themselves. So there's a plus there. But I still, once again, doesn't believe this is a true championship game. It would be like in basketball. The season ended in February. And then you waited till the end of March and took the two best teams in basketball and said, go out there and play for the national championship.
I concur.
It doesn't work. But even though it doesn't work and I don't agree with it, this is the system that we have. And because of that, I'm going to go to my good buddy over here, Coma Bill. What do you think, Dollar Bill? What's going to happen? LSU, Ohio State.
Well, since I'm a Big Ten man, I got to stick with Big Ten. Even though LSU is a quick, powerful team, but
I don't see it, dog.
I do. I saw them play plenty of times. I think they're quick, and I think they can get nasty. LSU is a nasty team, but again, I'm gonna go with my Big Ten people. I'm going with Ohio State.
Big Wayne.
I just think LSU was overrated. I mean, how many overtime games they play? 3, 4,
2.
2, whatever. Close down to the wire, whatever. The same guy that said USC wasn't gonna get touched, LSU wasn't gonna get touched. I don't see the passing game from LSU. They might be able to run the ball a little bit, but Warren Knights got something for all that.
Okay.
I'm
Bun.
going O State.
You going O State?
I'm going O State.
SEC.
Big Bun, what do you think?
Hey, SEC, LSU, they're playing at home. I mean, back you can't get no closer than this.
Okay.
And they're too fast, and I just think they're going to come out and overpower them. They're going to lay down the law. Ohio State rebuilding, and, they looked up and fell into place in the national championship game, and they lucked up and won the Big Ten.
So
And
LSU didn't look up?
Oh no.
They didn't look up.
No, it was there. I told you that a long time ago.
Okay.
I told you that a long time ago. They was going to play for the national championship.
Yeah, with 2 losses, huh?
You said a team with 2 losses is going to win.
Yeah, I said that.
All righty, let's move on.
did.
All right.
So you say LSU. So we got 2 Ohio States, 1 LSU, and 1 phone call at 328-8280. Call and tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
This one's the Juice again. This question's for Bundy.
All righty.
Okay, Bundy, there's going to be a fight between Roy Jones and Felix Trinidad. Can you tell us who's going to win that fight and why?
I think it's going to be a draw because it's just a scam because both of them need to quit boxing because who's going to pay to watch them? That's like that's the AARP belt.
I got you. That was excellent surveillance. I concur. But pick one anyway. Will you?
Let's get serious.
All right. Trinidad.
Why?
Because he's a little younger than Jones. Jones got that taco meat on his chest, hot and spicy, and I think Trinidad gonna knock it off of him.
Okay, last question. If Floyd Mayweather was to fight Ricky Hatton again, okay, who do you think will win?
Come on, man.
Mayweather.
Come on. Are you celebrating New Year's already? Let me tell you something.
That's got to be the other bill.
Meriwether is
Ran
number
2-2.
one. Floyd is the man to beat right now. But you know what? Floyd ain't challenging nobody. He's done. He proved himself. He don't need to prove nothing else. But as far as Roy Jones, he lost it with me when Tarver beat him. And I thought Tarver was a bum. I thought Tarver was a bum.
He was 199 years old when he
But
beat
I
him.
think Trinidad's going to take care of that business.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll say this real quick.
We got a line on call.
Jones and Trinidad, that's a waste of time and a waste of money. You just cut on the old Sanford and Son rerun and watch Fred and Aunt Esther fight, and that'll be more entertaining than this fight coming up.
Drink you some Ripple.
Right, and enjoy your 2008 because you're closing out 2007 very good. We appreciate you calling UPTV Channel 6. Tell it like it is. Take care.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. We're going to go back to the phone lines, 328-8280. Call and tell us your name.
Hot tonight.
Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
Hi, Daddy. This is Kenitra.
Who's your daddy?
Who your daddy?
Dollar Bill.
What?
You know your own daughter name?
Wow.
Man, what you want?
I just see you and I just want to say hi.
Okay, okay. Now your daddy's a sportsman and my daughter's a sports person. Give me who's gonna win between Illinois and USC, Nene?
Illinois.
Okay, baby, that's my baby. All right, lay you.
Daddy taught her well.
No, if he didn't, she won't get a beat down when he got home. What a cheeseburger.
Well, once again, we got these plants out there in the audience, UPTV Channel 6. I don't know what he got her for Christmas to make her call in to say that. But she did what her daddy told her. Nah.
Yeah. Look, you get her that Wii or iPod.
Right. You gave her something. Well, but let me go back to this the Ohio State LSU game. Now everybody's saying up here we got 2 Ohio States, we got 1 LSU.
Uh-oh, you got to break it.
I'm not
What the
giving-
numbers at, bro? What the numbers at?
Well, first,
know he coming with
well,
it.
let me. Wayne pointed out earlier. We got the 2 overtime losses by LSU, triple overtime, and who they lose to? They lost to Kentucky, and then they lost to Arkansas. Kentucky ended the season what 7-6 or 8-5, and Arkansas was like an 8-14.
Yeah.
And we hear about the speed in the SEC. The speed in the SEC. LSU's offense didn't dominate anybody
don't see nothing
other than
from their
these
offense.
Division II teams that they played this year. We keep hearing a lot about the SEC and how good they are. But bottom line is, I do not believe, for 1 second, that with Beanie Wells and that massive offensive line that Ohio State has,
Preach on, brother.
Glenn Dorsey is going to have nightmares of Scarlet and Gray running him over. He going to think he got hit by 2 red and gray Cadillac Escalades when they plow him over. And the Ohio State Buckeyes win 21-17 in the BCS championship. Jim Tressel is too good of a coach to get embarrassed 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Will he have on that red sweater?
You know he'll have that
Be a
sort of
little
best
tight.
on.
That sounds like a Santa Maria. All right, then.
You know what I'm.
All right.
You know what it is.
Okay, then.
You don't have to ask twice.
You're right.
That's
I just
how-
want to make sure.
That's why I got on my Joe Frazier sweatshirt.
Throwback.
Right, my old Joe Frazier throwback on.
Let's get the callers what they want. The man want to hear about some Illinois basketball.
You want to hear about some Illinois basketball? Well, Score update, we got Illinois 26-13 over Loyola, Maryland, with about 7 minutes left in the first half. So
no defense.
sound like Illinois is trying to improve on the offense from what we saw down in St. Louis. And like Big Wayne said, with 15 minutes left in the show, UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is, we're going to drop right into some Illinois basketball.
Bag of ball.
The way my man Magic Johnson used to say it back in the day. Oh man, I love basketball. So we're
Best
gonna
game playing.
now, Illinois right now, they're 7-4. Like I said, they're taking on Loyola, Maryland right now. They got this game and then Tennessee State on Sunday to close out the non-conference season. They'll be 9-4 going into the Big Ten schedule. My first question, where do you guys see Illinois going in the Big Ten? And then the second question to follow up on that,
You better get to it.
who should be playing with all these different lineups that we've seen? Dollar Bill.
Go to Big Wayne because I think he's been doing some excellent commentary tonight. I just,
Foremost dollar.
We'll go to Big
You
Wayne.
know, other than the Miami of Ohio loss, Illinois is right on schedule. You know, you pretty much had to say they was going to lose to Duke. You know, who was the other loss? Maryland.
And Arizona.
And Arizona. It was my 3 preseason losses.
Okay.
So, you know, they right on schedule other than the Miami of Ohio game. But if they don't do something about the point guard position, which, i.e., Chester Frazier, plays excellent defense, got some key rebounds in the Missouri game. But it's just, I mean, I feel like it wouldn't even come to that if they was getting point production from that position. Pruitt would be getting more production if somebody else other than Meacham would do something from the outside.
Listen to it. Listen, preach
You know,
on.
Keep talking, Big Wayne. I'm listening.
who should be in there, Wayne? I mean, give me your starting 5.
Starting 5. McCamey at the point, Meacham shooting. Brock, Randall, and Pruitt. Alexander as a 6-man. Mike Davis a close 7, and Chester Frazier.
Come way deep off the bench.
I ain't gonna say way deep because you got to back up Meacham, but
That's true.
some, you know, obviously Tisdale, you know, is way ahead of my schedule. I mean, who am I? But you know, way ahead of my schedule.
Right.
Bagging up Pruitt, you know, he's showing some bright spots, you know, throughout the year. As far as a prediction for the Big Ten, I say 5th, 4th or 5th.
4th or 5th in the Big Ten.
Yeah, because no matter how bad their offense looks, they always play defense.
Right. Now, here's a question back at you, Wayne.
Back at you.
Illinois, as we said earlier, 7-4. They've had a lot of trouble putting points on the board. The Big Ten, you say you put them 5th. Does that give them the qualifications to go to the NCAA tournament?
With maybe what, point on 8 tonight, 9 maybe Sunday. So you figure that's what, 9 wins in the Big Ten?
Well, you say 9. I'm sitting here looking at the schedule. I'm trying to find 9.
Right.
Seriously, I'm looking at the schedule.
Northwestern
I'm
twice.
But
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Bun, they played Northwestern once.
Oh my God.
You know,
He run that and shot that wad.
right. And here's the other thing I look at on Illinois' schedule.
can I cut you off for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you gonna do
You
it
know,
anyway.
You can, you know, we are looking at Illinois, but don't forget, teams in the Big Ten been losing too.
Yep.
It's not like there's a real dominant team in the Big. Even Michigan State can be beat by Illinois, so you can't just go off of how bad Illinois been playing. You know, the teams in the Big Ten ain't that strong,
No.
aren't that strong.
Oh,
Okay.
change it.
Now, I look at right now, Illinois 7-4. They'll win tonight. They'll win Sunday against Tennessee State. They'll close out 9-4. Like I said, sitting here looking at the schedule, I agree with Wayne. They'll fall in the middle of the pack. Big Ten only's got 2 real legitimate teams this year in Indiana and Michigan State. Ohio State, they lost the triplets last year in terms of the guys that went to the pros with Fred Sanford's brother Grady. He took off. But Ohio State, they're young, they're talented, but they're young. Minnesota, obviously in a rebuilding year with Tubby Smith. Northwestern is horrible.
And Iowa's worse than them.
Right, Iowa's worse than Northwestern. You know,
In Michigan.
Michigan it may be worse than Iowa and Northwestern.
Right.
In terms of that.
Michigan could
so
be
as
worse
Big
too.
Wayne so eloquently pointed out, man, you're right. He's doing an excellent
Thanks,
job
guys.
tonight. You know,
That's what
I
y'all brought me here for.
it
man.
must
You
be
know,
the outfit. It's something.
I feel kind of.
I'm just
You know,
saying the
puppy
guys.
collar.
Guys make some excellent points. And another point, what I'm gonna just concur on to what he was saying
Concur. He
is
was
that
another word.
Now you're giving Illinois what 4 wins in the Big Ten, Joe? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying they're gonna finish probably in the middle of the pack.
Okay.
So like Big Wayne, they're probably gonna go 500 in the Big Ten.
Okay, and I think it sounds good, but I think Illinois, just like the football team did, they're going to surprise you with a couple of wins that they shouldn't do. There are going to be a couple of teams they're going to beat. They're going to surprise you. But I'm going to tell you the name that they should play a lot. Like you said, I like the guy. Tisdale should get a lot of playing time.
Balling.
Because put him in there with Pruitt. Let Pruitt play big forward. Put Tisdale in the middle. All he has to do is control his fouling because sometimes he gets too aggressive to where he thinks he can block everything. But that just goes back to the coaching.
And to go what I would even try bringing Randall off the bench just to
Shake him up a
prolong
little
his
bit.
game throughout. That way you can maybe have him at the last minute of the
One
game.
thing he good for is 5 fouls.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
maybe-
3 before half.
Maybe come off the bench. Let Tisdale start at the power because he can't hit the
I like
outside
Tisdale.
shot.
I really do
because
like
he can't hit the
Tisdale's
outside
game.
shot.
Yeah, because you have to keep it
up for
honest.
Pruitt.
Had to open up the middle.
Yeah, so-
you have to.
Well, I will say this. After what I've seen with 7-14, number one, I'll go back to the point I made. They're having trouble. I think 2-3 weeks ago, somebody called and asked me what I thought Illinois was going to do, and I said about 20-23 wins. That was before things changed when they left Maui. Rodney Alexander is not getting the playing time that he got when they went to Hawaii. For whatever reason, I don't
Something
know.
or
Mike
What?
Davis is showing when he does get the opportunity of what he can do on the offensive end. Sean Pruitt had, as much as we criticize him, he's been the mainstay on the offensive side. The bottom line is they have no perimeter shooting, as a caller pointed out to us about 3 weeks ago, and it's becoming evident when they're on the offensive end, which Coach Weber's motion offense, that means dribble it for 30 seconds and then either dump it down to Sean Pruitt or Chester Frazier shoot over the backboard.
That's if you got Frazier in the game.
That's what's happening. I keep going back to take the tools that you have in your toolbox to use, which are 3 athletic wingmen, Davis, Alexander, and Randall. Go to a 3-2 zone and let those wingmen create on the defensive end to get
breaks.
fast break opportunities so that they can put some more points on the board.
Home
They
improvement.
spend so much energy on the defensive end chasing with that man-to-man that they're dead tired. They rest on offense. That's the reason why they can't score. And as long as Coach Weber is going to continue to employ his system, and just like we said earlier, what do we know? We're just sitting around talking.
Exactly.
But as long as they keep doing that, I still think that's the Achilles heel. By playing so much defense, it hurts them on the offensive end. Go to a 3-2 zone. Use the athletes you have on the bench. I agree Tisdale should get some more playing time so he can spread the defense out when they play. Bottom line is, I don't think Illinois is going to the NCAA this year.
NIT time.
NIT.
Joe the tool, man.
Just to add on to that, he knows. Weber don't believe in zone. He's a man-to-man coach. But like you said, if you want to play man, that's fine. That's cool.
If you got
it's not against
athletes.
man, but he doesn't use them. Like you said, there's players that only gets in the game, play 2 or 3 minutes, score 5 points, and they're out for the rest of the game. Why?
Right.
We don't know. But if he rotates his players like he should, he got good athletes on the bench.
Right.
But if he rotates his players like he should, man-to-man won't hurt. But I think that he really should,
And to go along, I don't even see nothing wrong with Chester Frazier getting as many minutes as he's getting. It's just at crucial points in the game when we're looking for points, he doesn't need to be on the floor. For example, the Arizona game, we come out of a timeout with 7 seconds left. Chester Frazier ain't scored all year.
Right.
Why have him bring the ball down when we got a freshman on the court in McCamey that can put the ball in the basket? I'm not saying he's a great scorer like Eric Gordon, but he is better than Frazier. With 7 seconds left in the game, run the clock now and go to the basket. He's got to the basket all year in McCamey.
Well, to flip it from the men to the women, UPTV Channel 6, tell it like it is. The women are playing some basketball. At 10-3 right now, Jolette Law, who was a guest on here earlier this year, they're doing a great job. And they already won their first Big Ten game up in Evanston, Illinois against Northwestern. I'm looking at the women's squad. The days are going to be a little brighter for them compared to what's going to happen with the men. I'm looking at them to go to the NCAA with the style of ball she's playing. Maybe the men might want to sneak from the other side of Ubben when they're practicing and go
Pressure
check
defense,
check out what the
94 feet.
women are doing in terms of their pressure defense and getting the ball out, because they're doing some big things already in her
Fast break
first year.
offense, Fast break offense. That's what you
And
love.
they might be sporting the MVP of the Big Ten. Jenna Smith has gotten 3 Player of the Week awards already.
Right.
That's true.
But what kind of coach's name? Look at it. You would love, if you was a head coach, wouldn't you love to have the last
Lay down
name
the law.
like Law? Wouldn't you just love? If I was,
Right.
come on, take away my name, give me the name of Law.
All right, Johnny Law.
Johnny Law.
Johnny Law. I mean, come on.
Well, change it. You go to the courthouse and do
I got to
it.
coach first. I got to,
You
But
coach.
hey,
Change
Coach
the name
Law-
first.
Coach Law, I'm telling you, your name says it all. You take care of business, you are the law.
Well, I tell you what, the other Law is our director, Jason Liggett here, UPTV Channel 6, doing a great job. Before we get out of here, we got about 5 minutes left in the show. Want to say some kudos to some people. We got a new guy in the back working the cameras for us, Big John. Want to give big thumbs up to him. Put your thumb up, man.
You,
'cause you
you're
keep
right,
saying I
'cause
ain't got no thumb.
he ain't got no thumb.
Put your thumb up.
Big John,
Appreciate you.
I saw how
Jason,
you hit me on that camera.
Jason's been riding with us ever since this show came on.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to give him kudos to Jason Liggett and the crew here. Stat Girl, now that you've graduated, you got a job.
Yes, Urbana High School.
I'll give her a golf clap. Give her a golf clap on that one. But Stat Girl, she's been riding with us, like I said, since day one. So we want to show some love and appreciation on that. This has been one crazy year. We started this show back in February when me and Dollar Bill did the preview show for the Bears and the Colts Super Bowl. And we've rolled from that show to now. We
And look at the two great guys, too, all right?
Look, we got 3 lunch tables here because this panel is so big. We brought the guy on. He may be young, but he's no dumb cookie. Big
Oh, yeah,
Wayne.
he can do it.
We brought him on. He's done a great job with
You
us.
can take his table away. He needs to smoke. He can eat on the desk.
He just eat on the desk. The Secret Santa sitting here, Big Bun came in. He was subbing for Dollar when Dollar couldn't make it early in the year. He's hung on. We've had a lot of people call in. The folks who sit there and watch us, either A, you enjoy watching us, or B, you don't have DirecTV, so you couldn't watch the Illinois game. So you had nothing else to do, so
They
you had to
lost
watch
the batteries
us.
to the remote.
Right. And now you smacking the remote and squeezing it harder,
It got stuck.
and it still won't change. You're like, well, I guess I'll sit here and watch these guys until I go to
What
Walgreens.
these boys talking about?
Right, get some AA batteries. But we do want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because, like I said, we sit here and have fun every
Come here,
Friday
Leroy.
night, 8 o'clock, and you don't understand how much of a pleasure it is to sit here and do this. Now, before we get out of here, we've talked about, the biggest sports stories of the year. We've talked about Illinois football, and we've talked about all that. Dollar Bill going into 2008, man. What do you want to see happen in 2008?
I just want to, on a serious note, everybody, stay healthy. Get your wrongs, get them right, and be blessed that we're breathing, walking, talking, and seeing and hearing.
Preach on.
You know what I mean?
Say that again.
So,
Dollar. Say it again, brother.
So God bless
Hey, I
everybody.
feel that one. I feel that one.
And have a safe and happy New Year. And thanks to Joe Stovall, like you said, we started this. Joe is the man that gets it going every week. He comes up with the stats, gets the show going. Sean Green, Big Bundy, excellent, man. Big Wayne over there, one for them too. This is my last week here. I'm gonna be gone for a while. I'm going on vacation. Probably a while, but these 3 guys will
We got
hold the
1
show
minute.
down.
We got 1 minute. Wrap it
And,
up.
I just want to give kudos to these 3 fellas right here.
We thank you.
Appreciate it, Dollar.
Bun, we just got a few seconds left. Anything you want to say to the people before we get on out of here?
Hope 2008 be better than 2007, and I hope we get 1,001 calls. Call in where we just, you need to stay busy. You sitting over eating. You need to stay busy. Let's get you busy.
There you go. Big Wayne,
Hey, I
close
just
us
gotta
out.
Reiterate what Dollar said, man. We gonna get a little personal, like Dollar said. Stay healthy, man. Stay healthy and be blessed in 2008.
I'd be
Well, I'd be a little premature to say, we might have a special surprise coming in the next few months.
Well,
We ain't gonna say what it is, but just
Exactly.
keep watching forward.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd like to just say real quick with about 15 seconds left. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of everybody's heart for sitting here watching UPTV Channel 6. This is public access. You could be watching something else, but you chose to watch us. So we're very humble from that. And going into 2008, hopefully everybody have a safe and prosperous 2008 as we roll into that. And so because of that, let's get ready to celebrate. Dollar Bill, pop the cork on that J. Rose sparkling wine that you have purchased from the hills of South France. Good night, everybody.
Crazy, man.
He said